to meet a cute, sort of librarian-like girl that was younger than me. Felt like a Kardashian sister moving my body. I have to do it every day. It's like I want to meet someone healthier. But when we're talking about exercise, she had trouble running from one side of the tennis court to the other.
It's crazy because the things that he's so concerned about are things that if you get to know the person that you're supposed to get to know, these are things that you can both work on together. Not all of the things, obviously she can't become younger than what she is, of course, you know what I mean? But there's no saying that she wasn't going to be in a position where she couldn't get fitter, you know, because maybe she just lived a life where she hasn't been around anybody who's put her in a position where she has to be fitter than what she already is. Honestly, the ridiculousness behind his excuses are just sad as hell.
Doesn't? Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yep.
You're here on the show going out with young women, and it hasn't worked.
And I get that narrative.
No, it's just fact.
Well,
You can't tell me it's work because you're single and 35 and you're asking us to help you match someone. That's just facts. They're involved in a pattern, a toxic pattern, which is on full display. Look at yourself and ask yourself, why am I sabotaging these?
That's a very good question. Why are you sabotaging? You know, this is a very key question. It's something that he should really take seriously to consider thinking about, because you can't say that he's he can't sit there and say that, well, I'm leaving this relationship because of my criteria wasn't met. Because what about the rest of your relationships? 35 and single, and you've dated how many young girls younger than you, and you still haven't been satisfied? So clearly, there is a problem within yourself. It's just a matter of him wanting to identify it, which he probably doesn't.
Relationships. You live inside your head so much, with so many rules and expectations that are unrealistic, that you rule everybody out. What I say to you is, this is a pattern that is keeping you single, and it is time to decide what you want to do with it.
I disagree with everything you just said.
I mean, is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised? For somebody that only believes in only... F it. The thing that I don't understand is, why did you come on the show knowing that your standards are going to be so freaking ridiculous that if there wasn't matches, you're going to run that quickly? Because let's be real, everybody that's watched the show knows that they're not going to match you necessarily based on your standards. They're going to match you based on other things as well that they feel like you need, that you're missing. And yeah, the experts definitely don't have a reputation of always getting it right neither. But either way though, this guy right here, you know what though? He went on the wrong show. He should have gone on Love is Blind. Because at least in that one, he could have spoke to whoever it was by himself, got to know that person by himself behind the wall, and then decided whether or not he wanted to, you know, propose to that person or not. Love is Blind was probably better suited for this clown. But anyway, we continue. Let's get into Tim and Katie. And oh man, I do prepare you before you move forward. You are going to experience some level of gaslighting by Tim. It was honestly hard to watch. Oh, I wish it was Tim that was gone, to be honest with you, and not Elliot, because Tim's far worse. But yeah, you're about to find out.
I know you do.
Tim's like your man and stuff. So like, just I just want to rally and support him and make sure it's okay.
That's what we're all here for.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same to the girls because they're ready for a kill.
I just want you folks to remember the fact that, you know, she has addressed to the boys, I would like you guys to not gang up on him with the girls. Okay, please try and be there for him. So that's her thinking with a big heart. All right? Okay, cool.
It'd be great to see Katie put in that effort tonight and say hi.
I'm grateful for the way I approached him, and kind of gave me the impression he was scared of me, which was weird.
You've definitely gone up in my book.
You know what though? At first, I was like, hey, this is weird. What's he talking about? But then seeing how everything developed, it's like he wants everybody to know, or everyone to feel as if like Katie has done something to him for him to be in this position where he is the way he is with her, which is ridiculous. And he's already, but to make it worse, he's already set it up in her eyes for her to believe that she's done something wrong. So therefore, she has to work for him, even though he doesn't want to be with a point blank period anyway. Honestly, this is the most disgusting behavior I've ever seen in my life. And then he also says to her, oh, you know, you've got one up in my book because everybody walked in was nice to me. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you're going to give it another shot?
We can always chat later.
No. Say that you want to give it a crack?
I was going to the bathroom, mate.
Completely deflecting from the most important question. Are you going to give this young lady a chance or not? Let her know so she knows whether or not she's wasting her time or not. And he couldn't even give her that answer. Honestly, I worry about what happens behind closed doors with these two. Yeah.
At the end of the day, bro, you still open to trying is the question.
Are you gonna talk, or are you just like, you just keep like dodging and ignoring it?
I feel like I've been the one making most of the effort.
And then this was phase 2. Phase 1 was letting Kate feel as if like he was afraid of her, or making her feel as if she now has to earn points. And then now it's all about, yeah, it's actually me making effort, not her. Phase 2 is now in motion. And boy, it gets ugly.
That does not make sense. He's the one that's pushed me away from day one. He's the one that's rejected me.
Can I ask what the reason is why you don't think this is going to work?
No, Sparkle, but sometimes it takes a while to develop. So you have to give it time.
So, didn't Jamie have different interests?
Yeah, you should. So do you think that was the best plan?
No, definitely not.
Don't get the whole table to sort of, because
So he couldn't answer the question of why is this not going to work. Didn't want to answer it. In fact, he just didn't want to answer any questions that, you know, made him look as if he's the one that's the problem in the relationship. As if he's the one that has to, you know, explain something. Because everything in his eyes has to be put down onto her. She's the one that needs to have the insecurity. She's the one that needs to work and do better for him. Honestly, it's disgusting behavior. I really hope that they removed him after this episode, to be honest with you. I don't want to see him because I actually worry about her safety. Because the way he's behaving is very, very suspect.
I wouldn't have done that to you.
Yeah.
So that just betrayed my trust.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Him talking about, you know, I'm not happy with the fact that everybody come for me. If it was the roles were reversed, I would have told the boys to be quiet and they need to back up, blah, blah, blah. But hold on a minute. She's the one that literally went to the boys, you know, and said, listen, I need you to help. I need you to be on his side, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, these are things that he doesn't know about. But it's kind of annoying because I wish she had addressed it, to be honest with you, and said to him, actually, no, I told everyone to be nice to you, but it's not my fault they didn't listen. It's just that simple. Do you see what I'm saying? People are asking you questions because you're not giving no one answers, you're deflecting. But sadly, she doesn't know, you know, to respond in this manner. Which is sad because she did actually set up for him to not be targeted. But it happened. Because people want to know, and that's just that. And that has nothing to do with her whatsoever. But for him to sit there and say that you betrayed my trust is ridiculous. What trust?
To know you. And when you don't feel that you get that back, it's devastating. It's happy.
I think we both have.
Okay. I feel like I have opened up, but I felt like you haven't wanted to get to know me at all.
I'm sorry, but what have you opened up about? I'm just curious. That she's not your type. What else have you opened up about? The way he flips and says, well, you haven't asked me this, you haven't asked me that. Listen, to be honest with you, why the hell would she want to ask you all these questions if she doesn't even know where the frick she stands with you? It'd be a waste of time. Imagine her investing her time, asking him questions about, so do you want any kids? You know, what do you want to do this? Blah, 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 blah. Like, what's your family like? And then it turns out that he didn't give a damn about you. Like, do you know what I mean? There is no, none of that nonsense.
Maybe not in the way that you've expected me to, but I feel like I wanted to get to know you. Yeah.
But I literally,
Like a lot of things.
for like 2 seconds, first my hobby, my family, my job. But I literally pushed further, like with your family, with your job, and with all those things. I feel you just know the surface level things.
Do you know what's so funny though? He says how she hasn't asked him all these questions, but the question, why haven't you asked her though? Have you asked her all these questions? It's really and truly, right? And you know, men are supposed to lead in certain ways. And to be honest with this conversations, I guess it doesn't really matter who leads the conversation, right? But if you were so bothered about her not asking you questions about regarding what you're saying, then why didn't you ask her these questions so therefore she could ask you them back? Do you see what I'm saying? It's called having a conversation. You know, sometimes in conversation we have to lead by asking certain questions so someone else asks us back. Do you see what I'm saying? You haven't done that. Oh, this guy, complete baboon.
I think that's one really hard about you. You are who you are. And because you've been by yourself maybe for so many years, you're who you are.
The way he used that against her is ugly as F.
I apologize. And I feel like I tried, but...
It's so sad that she actually sat there and apologized. My initial reaction was like, why the fuck are you... Yeah, boy.
Yeah, obviously I was doing things wrong. I know I do have a lot to learn how to be in a relationship.
What?
We're going to have another chance to go.
Nah, you have a lot to learn how to avoid men like him.
Well, squad. It's hard when I feel like my trust has been broken.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, maybe I was wrong, but I'm willing to make it work. He's just acting like he's all innocent, making her look bad.
I'm so... She's taking blame for it now. I feel like it's all been flipped on. Like it's gaslit her sometimes.
Yes!
You feel like he's gaslighting himself into making it look like you're the entire... But he's
I know I do have a lot to learn.
Freaking gas.
This has nothing to do with you have a lot to learn, my dear. I promise you this now.
Gaslighting move, bro. Like, that's just, what is this? Then you're questioning yourself. What is this?
I am questioning
But
myself.
that's why you give it a fair go moving forward.
Yeah, we just had that conversation. That's between me and her.
What are you going to do? You're going to try and work on it? Are you going to try?
How can you work on it with someone who doesn't want to get to know you?
The way he said that is crazy work. And do you know what? The fact that Tim was actually feeling sorry for... No, that Tony was feeling sorry for Tim actually annoyed the hell out of me. I was like, huh? What? Nah. None of that behavior. None of that nonsense behavior. Nobody should be feeling sorry for this bully.
Who has not once said, I'm here for love. She doesn't even ask me if you want it.
Listen, I'm going to end the video very simple. I hope every single person that's watching this show in Australia, you are calling into the network and ask... Oh, you can't... Oh, you know, I just realized something. The show is already pre-recorded, so even if you ask for his removal, it wouldn't make a difference. It's not a live show. Ah, dearie me. I just hope that we don't see too much of him. Well, I just hope that they're not in the house for any longer. You know what I mean? I hope it's a situation of leave 100%. Now, based on the preview for next episode, I didn't see them in the preview for the next episode. So hopefully that's a sign of something. Because boy, I don't want to stomach this guy anymore. I don't want to stomach seeing her being played the way she's being played, and I just want to stomach watching him just being the absolute tool he's being. That's just me being polite. I want to use a different word, but hey ho, YouTube. With that being said, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.